Hello, this is H.C. Bailey, and welcome to a special preview episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy IV, the Complete Collection. For this LP, I will be playing the new and improved PSP version of the game that includes the original Final Fantasy IV, the After Years, the sequel, and a new interlude in between them. Let us celebrate the improvements by using the original soundtrack for this LP on a handheld with the hardware that delivers. You do prefer it this way, as it was meant to be, viewers. Too bad the original soundtrack doesn't apply to the sound effects too, but, well, that's just my nostalgia talking there. So, let's check out the gallery mode here, and if you go into there, you can watch the opening cutscene from the DS version of the game. So let's check it out as I proceed to talk incessantly over it. Now, obviously, since there's only one screen on the PSP, only one screen, the cutscene is slightly altered, but you get a much higher resolution and, well, better sound. Now, for this Let's Play series, I am only going to play the original Final Fantasy IV, for now. I am currently working on getting the interlude and the After Years ready for a potential LP, but that's not going to be a main LP. I'd probably relegate that to side LP status. So, this version of the game will apply to almost every version of the game except the Nintendo DS version, obviously. So, for those who are playing along and you don't know, this game has several versions released over the years, but the others are mostly the same. In my country, this was originally released as Final Fantasy II on the Super Nintendo. You can download it on the Nintendo Wii, actually. And it removed most of the secondary abilities for the characters, and a lot of the useless items were removed. You learned spells a little earlier, they toned down the difficulty a bit, but this LP will still apply to that. Later, they released Final Fantasy IV on the PlayStation with the entire original game intact. I think it had mostly the same translation, too. And then there was the dreaded Game Boy Advance version with a plethora of bugs to a perfectionist like me. Drove me crazy. Although it did have a bonus dungeon and a surprise towards the end that would let you pull the old switcheroo, if you know what I mean, viewers. I heard they made a version 2.0 in Japan, which is the same as the one released in Europe, so for my European viewers, if I refer to the Game Boy Advance version, I mean the United States version of the game, not the European version. And finally, we have the PSP version, which is my favorite version of the game. It has some lovely graphical upgrades to a much higher resolution, without going 3D like the Nintendo DS version of the game. The translation is easily the cleanest of any version that I've seen without the Shakespearean lingo from the DS version. Everything else is almost identical to the original game. Though I know an ability was given a minor change, and, well, I'll go over that when we get to that point in the game. I've also changed some of the video editing settings, so let me know what you think of that too, since the original preview, or the tech demo that I did earlier, so we'll see how it does. I hope I've sharpened up the graphics a little bit at least. In preparation for this LP, I've done 3 test runs, in addition to the first time I played the PSP version, as well as the 30-something times that I've already played the other versions of the game. This is my favorite game in the series, my favorite RPG, and my favorite game of all time, Final Fantasy IV! I'll be starting this LP come February. This is H.C. Bailey, signing off. Have a good day!